Say what?
How you going to enjoy good music without good marijuana?
Big bamboo, it grows smooth and long. The big bamboo, it grows good and strong.
Binga bongo
bamboo
bunga.
stand up straight and tall.
Booga
And the
booga.
bamboo leave this one and all.
Fully Baked Radio, live in front of the New Jersey State House. And they're all inside trying to vote on some budget. Who cares? We're out here smoking marijuana. Our medical marijuana. Our medical cannabis. And our Tim Tebow pretzels.
Fully Baked Radio.
You were here earlier, you would have got some.
Jersey. Sativa Cross.
.com.
We're here outside the State House.
NJWeedman.com.
Come out and join us every Thursday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're out here live.
Medical-freedom.
Here to educate you people on medical marijuana. It's legal. It's been legal for 4 years. Lots of doctors.
What's a warning?
Welcome to the Fully Baked Radio Show. Coming to you live from Trenton, New Jersey. Every Thursday in front of Chris Christie's office. We're very happy to be here. Are you having a conversation off the air again?
Yes, we're getting yelled at. We're being too loud.
No, we weren't too loud, actually.
I don't know.
That was the Jim Miller yell. That wasn't the state police yelling.
I don't know.
So here we are again in Trenton, New Jersey. We're back. We're back every week.
That was the Jim Miller yell.
Part two of the Fully Baked
bong,
Sativa
ding,
Cross.
ding, dong.
Did I turn you off? I turned you
Yes,
off, Cindy,
you did.
because
Praise the Lord.
I was too loud.
Yeah, well,
and,
yeah.
and you
Well,
guys
that's
can't
something
talk
else.
at the same time. Jesus.
We were making so much motivation
Like now,
in the crowd.
we can't talk together now.
So welcome to the Fully Baked
New rules.
Sativa Cross Hour. Be with you for a little while. Talking to you about cannabis.
Good cannabis.
Very, very, very good.
And the cannabis is medicine.
The things I've seen.
Oh, yes.
Ooh,
Trying to help educate.
Matter of fact, you just seen something yesterday. A little girl with 700 seizures. Didn't you?
700 seizures. Can you
Oh
imagine
my
having
God.
700 seizures in one day?
No, I can't imagine.
Lorelei had
Oh, my
700
God.
seizures. When my grandmother was in the hospital dying, she was having her seizures. And
This is a little 7-year-old girl, right?
yeah.
Unbelievable. She's the strongest. Oh, my God. I can't. And her parents, too. What they have to go through.
My deepest condolences.
Well, we're sending lots and lots of prayers over there right now. I heard she's doing a little bit better right now, right? She's a real trooper.
Yeah, well, it's really messed up.
He's speaking the microphone.
What are you talking?
That's how it works.
What are you doing, Bill?
That's how it works, Bill. You're talking to the microphone. Microphone. You, microphone.
No, I like when he pokes you off the air.
I
and
know.
He starts poking at you.
I know.
Like,
I know. It's
come
for
on,
you.
really?
It's
You're
for
here
you.
for
Talking to it.
clean energy.
So we have another demonstration going on here in Trenton.
Yeah, what do we got going on here in Trenton?
No.
Clean energy for New Jersey.
Yeah, they're out here.
Clean energy?
Yeah, trying to get
They,
clean.
they were out here
clean
most
water
of the
too.
day. I was trying to hope to be able to get
They're trying to
one
clean
of
the
their
Delaware also. We'll give a
demonstrators to
shout
come
out.
over and explain to us the difference between the oils.
Well, let's not talk about the oils and let's talk about cannabis.
Cannabis.
Well, that's
Yes,
what we were going to be
cannabis.
talking about. The oils of cannabis.
Well,
The joys of hemp.
yes, the joys of hemp.
Anyway, I just thought it was interesting.
They're
you
killing-
thought wrong.
There I go thinking
Okay,
again.
Exactly. We don't pay you to think.
You know, people realize that
Jesus.
they're cutting down like forests, rainforests that won't grow back for like 30, 40 years
Wanna
when they
blow
could
my
be
mic?
cutting hemp down and using that product.
Probably
as the
hot
papers and
air.
stuff. It would really help the economy,
It
wouldn't
is
it,
warm
Lefty?
out here.
In a lot of ways. What do you think?
Blah, blah, blah.
What do I think?
Oh,
Yeah.
don't go there.
You want to know what I think?
No.
Yes. I need,
Don't
to
go
know,
there.
I
I
do.
need to know what you're
No,
thinking. What's
no.
going
Definitely
through your
wanna know
mind?
what
No,
you think?
please, no. I love you, Lefty.
Do
Don't
it.
do it.
Bring
No,
it.
because
it.
I'm
Don't
nuclear
do it.
today, man. You don't want to know what I think.
Is
No.
it from that geomagnetic storm
Sure.
we've been having?
No.
You could go nuclear. Go ahead.
No,
You're allowed
please.
today.
cut her mic, please?
I'm encouraging him.
No. No. He's got bad news, and we don't want to talk about it.
No, I have bad news.
He has good energy going on.
But
right
no, he doesn't.
Going through what he's going through. He's got to go through that. Come
That's
on.
right.
yeah, I got bad stuff going on.
That's
so
right. You got
I am
sad
nuclear,
stuff, man.
and I'm going to keep things in line with all you activists because all of you activists
Jesus.
are crazy.
She asked for this shit too.
You're all no. I'm not talking about anybody in general.
Okay.
20 years ago, when I was started with this stuff, and I thought all the normal people were cops.
Listen up, people.
I said the reason why pot's not legal, these people must be all cops. It must be all set up. CIA, normal must be all cops. No, it's not. It's a bunch of stoners and a bunch of people that are crazy. Crazy.
Right.
And I'm one of them.
Right.
But I hide my craziness a lot better than most. But some of you all, you need to all just chill out. I'm serious. I don't want to hear. What's up, man? You're a Republican. I don't like Republicans. I'm a Democrat. I don't like Democrats. Shut up! Just shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. If you have nothing nice to say, just shut your mouth. That's all I have to say. Really, life is simple. Life is simple. And that goes for all of you people out there that can't keep it together. We're on the same team here.
It's supposed to be, yes.
And we all need to just either like each other or just respect each other because everybody's different. We have Republicans, we got Democrats, we got pro-life people, we got pro-death people. We got everything here. We all have to get along. And I'm sick of you activists coming to me and say, you didn't do this to me. No, you did that to me. Shut up! Just shut your mouth! That is all. Medical-freedom.com. CMMNJ.org. Welcome to the show, people.
Get your flags. Flags with an L.
Get your flags here.
Flags with an L.
Flags with an L.
So yeah, I'm calling anybody. And if the shoe fits, if you're listening to this and you're like, gee, I sound like that. If the shoe fits, shut your mouth. That's all.
Oh, that's scary. When you
Life
do
is
that.
simple. No,
That's
man.
scary. Stop that.
That was scary. Was that
Yeah.
good?
That was good.
He's
It's
like-
like, I'm mad and I'm not going to take it anymore.
Yeah.
Sound like my-
Shut your mouth. Just like
Sound like my dad.
Nothing
man.
nice to say.
That's
Shut
right.
your mouth.
And leave people be, man.
sorry.
Let people be themselves.
I
Let
won't say
people
nothing.
live their lives.
That's all.
Leave people alone.
And that goes for all of you crazy people out
That's
there.
Evil Ed. Now I know about Evil Ed.
Oh, don't say that. No.
Oh,
We
now
don't-
we're throwing names into
we
the
don't,
Mitch.
we don't do that. No.
Into the Mitch.
Who told you about Evil Ed?
It's all over, good
Oh,
It's all
I know,
over.
I know.
thing. Shut your mouth.
Shut
You
your
think
mouth.
you are Randy Macho Man?
It is evil Ed.
See how crazy we stoners are? We're nuts, but we're having fun.
Oh, look, our friend Eric is here. Maybe we should ask Eric. What's up, Eric? How was the art show the other day? It could have been a lot better,
What?
right, if we had more time there.
That's it. What, you can't come over here?
Do you like those pictures I sent you?
Why?
They must have went to the
They're
wrong
right.
person. Maybe your grandmom. I'm sorry. Oh, boy. Wonder who got him. Maybe my mom.
What's going on? Do you like what we're doing here?
Yes.
You do?
Yes. And
thank you
you're
so
with
much.
it, right? You're all for what we're doing.
I have chronic pain.
Okay.
Sorry, you don't qualify.
Yeah, what are your...
You don't qualify.
Governor Christie don't
I'm a
care.
veteran.
He don't care.
You're a
I know you
veteran?
don't care.
He's
no,
a
my husband's a
ruthless.
veteran.
He's a mean son of a.
Yeah, we're trying to get
I'm
it
an RN
legalized.
who had a 400-pound patient follow me and break my back.
Oh, okay. Then you
It
have
wasn't
muscle-
me, man.
Three spinal surgeries later, and I'm in chronic pain
You have muscle spasms.
all the time.
You can get it for
Muscle spasms, you can get it.
That's
Can't get a doctor to prescribe it.
Oh,
You-
we got
yes,
we
yes,
got doctors.
Yes, we
got
know doctors.
You talk to the right people here.
Go to doctor.
Where
Where
there's
are you
a
from?
will,
You from
there's a
down
way.
here? Go to
Good.
Dr. Anzalone in Rutherford. Go to
Anthony,
Anzalone.
Here.
Cindy,
Got a
will you
pen?
stop? Cindy, I'm trying to talk. We're on the radio. Only one person can talk at a time on the radio, Cindy. We're live on the internet, by the way, so don't curse, please. Not that you were going to curse.
I don't curse. I just want a doctor who can give me what I need instead of being on morphine and be feeling like I'm a heroin addict.
I was on OxyContin for 10 years. 90 milligrams every 3 hours was my prescription. So if I can get off OxyContin, believe me.
Hey, I got $20.
Anybody? Oh my goodness.
I got $40.
Oh, whoa,
I
whoa,
got
whoa,
$60.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa.
How many bottles you
Oh
want?
my
Show
God!
them on the screen.
Wow.
How many you got there?
She's a walking pharmacy.
Whoa. You took as much as I did. Now, If you had cannabis, you'd probably take.
With me.
5.
Oh, you have more?
I have more at home. I have about 16 bottles at home in a bag.
On top of this?
This is what I need to carry with me.
They'd rather that.
Wow.
This is what I need
I
to
know.
leave the house. Morphine sulfate, yeah,
I
30
know.
milligrams.
Oh, my God.
2 a day.
Whoa.
2 at a time.
Holy
4 to 6 times a day.
Whoa.
Oh, marijuana.
But I can't smoke a joint.
Oh,
No.
Marijuana, you can't smoke a joint.
You
Marijuana,
could probably eliminate all that
all of
medication.
this.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Your doctor would drop you if you took marijuana, probably, right?
Oh yeah, he'd stop.
And that's
this
not
would
even
stop,
with, that's
this
not
would
even an
stop.
oil. We're just talking the flour.
You just pat me on the head when
The
I can
flower
speak.
of the
Okay?
marijuana.
They don't know about the concentrates. They don't know about the edibles and stuff.
Well, this is what we're trying to introduce. And
I'm just telling you, that's she doesn't
Never
know.
did drugs in
Well,
my
we're
life.
trying
I
to
took
help.
a multivitamin before I was injured.
Wow.
They don't want to help.
Oh, you definitely need to go see.
They want to take these pills, take that pill, take this pill.
yeah, but she's doing
That's
the
how
best.
they treat us.
Oh, hey,
running
hold on.
on information,
We have a patient here. We need to talk to her. Hang
Right.
on, guys.
Yeah.
They're very rude. These guys are stoned. You have to understand, they're very stoned.
That's okay.
They don't take morphine
And they
anymore.
don't share.
No, they can't share. According to Kuma, we can't share our medical
Do not
marijuana.
believe that
Kinda
comment.
shame. And if I want it, I have to get it illegally.
I could help you, but
Yes, he probably.
Thank you, but I am covered.
Oh, you're covered. Oh, a few
now
plants in
we're
the
talking.
basement, huh? Yeah.
Negative.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Someone's basement. I don't know whose.
could be mine.
Right
no
on.
one anyway.
Thank you for stopping by.
Come by anytime. We're here every Thursday outside Chris Christie's office. One day we're gonna catch him walking to work and invite him to
Hold
our
on,
table.
You need to check. Tell her what's the name of the website. Is it nj.njm?
on the site to look up docs.
Because you have to look. There are doctors around you, especially in Woodbridge.
Woodbridge, yeah. Go to Anzalone. Anzalone.
I'm gonna keep this. Can I send this to your email? I'll send you all the information.
I only say him because he's the easiest one to go to. There's others. Some people don't like him, but if you want to get it quick and easy, go to him. Anzalone.
Dispensary is 5 minutes from my house.
There you go. And GSD is a very good dispensary.
And he's right across the street from them.
There you go.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. You guys have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Come back anytime.
All right, now.
Thank you.
The three of you.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
The three of you. When we got somebody here talking, they're the host. They are the most important person.
I thought
don't want
you
to
were.
hear about your little side conversation there. Even though it was good, you got three people talking at the same time, and you can't hear it. I'm just saying. So I'm gonna start turning off mics. So all you.
Go ahead, do it.
I swear to God, don't mess with me today.
Oh,
I'll
God.
throw something at you.
Did you
I'm
give me
telling
the
you to
short
do it.
mic so I have to talk down here at this level?
No, you're good.
Who's loud?
Who's that?
Turn me down, son,
Switch
Mr.
mics.
Soundman.
Who's that?
That was you.
You guys had your two mics
Feedback.
together.
Can I have
You were micing it. That's
Don't cross the streams.
exactly.
I can't hear you.
I have a short leash.
Cindy, how come when I want to hear you, I can't, and when I don't want, I can? What are you doing? Why are you driving me crazy today?
Why is my leash so small?
What?
Why is
Se
my
ne
leash
può.
so small? What do I got to do
La
to get it to be
pluma se
released?
la penne. Oh, baby, baby.
Now I don't have to be at crotch
Who
level
loves
to
Big
talk.
Daddy? Oh, darling. Why is my... I feel like I'm so loud, son. La, 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 la,
But your voice is like, boo 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 boo.
I can't help it. I have a manly voice.
Can you sing something?
Oh, what do you want me to sing, baby?
Oh man, you got one of those voices like
You'll never find
there you
Boo
go.
boo 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 boo.
another love like mine.
Boo 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 boo.
Someone who loves you
Ow! What'd you do that for?
like
Your
I
fingers.
do.
God, you guys are the worst radio hosts in the world. The worst.
Hey, we try.
We're live on the internet, and you guys are doing dumb stuff.
What do you mean we're not live on the air?
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah, and
Okay,
we were
cool.
probably doing a song that was probably like 528 hertz, which is the perfect love
Hertz.
frequency to help everybody feel
Hertz.
better here.
Hurt don't sound good.
Well, isn't that what HZ stands for? Is
I
that
have no idea.
right? Yeah, that's hertz. But I'm not talking about the pain hertz. I'm
Love
talking about the
hurts.
frequency.
Yeah. Oh, they're coming for
What
us,
is it?
lefty.
7.84. That's
Gigawatts.
the human frequency. of
10,000
everything.
gigawatts.
That's the frequency of the Earth. Yes, the Earth has a pulse.
right, put the
and
mic
it's
next
the
to your
same
mouth.
As ours.
Not talking to it.
Talking to the
Pardon
mic.
me.
Pardon me.
So anyway, Wayne.
Talk like this.
Listen, guys.
Anyway, Wayne and Lefty, as I was trying
Listen,
to
hold
mention
on, hold
earlier.
on. I want to talk about all the kids that are here today. They're walking around,
Right.
and we're waiting for Governor Christie very patiently to show up and talk
sit-
to these children.
And sit at this table.
Oh
we
no!
have for him.
Oh no! Kids, run! Run, children, run! Run, little Jimmy, run! Governor Christie's gonna get you. Run, Susie, run! Run, Governor Christie's gonna eat you.
Oh, he's got him by the leg.
Run into the car,
Watch
Johnny.
out.
Get into the car, Jimmy. Run! Oh no!
And another one.
Oh, he got her! Oh, Governor Christie ate another one. Stop eating those kids, Governor. Oh, hide under the car, little Jimmy.
Daddy just tackled the
Oh
kid.
no. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity.
Oh, poor kid.
Hey, Christie, leave those kids alone.
Didn't you hear that? Like you get draw more flies with honey or something like that.
You think that was shocking? You think that was too shocking?
Not
Really?
as-
Do you think that was shocking?
Not a shock.
I think this is more shocking. I think Sabina Rose Joanna dying is more shocking than what I just did.
Yeah,
I don't think I could do anything more shocking than a 15-month-old dying because Governor Christie doesn't care about children. He cares more about stoned adults than dead children.
Well, he was
So-
afraid of stoned children rather than the children dying, right? Isn't that the problem? Am I on?
Why can't I hear you now, Cindy?
You probably turned me off, Lefty.
You should have turned her off a long time ago. A long,
You are
long
my fader.
time
The fader that you're on
ago.
is like hot because I'm always moving it.
Oh, I
Your
bet
f-
it's hot.
Your
'cause you're always
fader
moving it.
because I'm always like turning it off.
So it's so hot, I gotta keep moving it.
It's getting hot in here.
So
Okay, come on.
So welcome to Fully Baked Radio, SativaCross.com podcast. Every Thursday.
yes, every Thursday from 11 to 2, come join us out here. We'll be educating people on medical marijuana.
So when I went to the hospital to visit my grandma, who's dying, who actually did die, it was,
Sorry.
thank
Sorry for your
you.
loss.
I went to the elevator.
Sorry, Lefty.
Thank you. But what happened was, something good always seems to happen
Oh yeah,
out of the bad.
God.
Hey,
thought,
listen, man.
you know,
How many times have I got to say
signs
harsh
of you.
sorry? Every time you say it?
Why do you keep saying it? I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, no, because like
I wanna-
I'm trying to wonder, like, out of the respectful thing. Let's talk about this.
What do you want to talk about?
All right, your grandmother passed away.
Yes.
I already told you like 3 times today, sorry. Now, every time you mention it, am I supposed to say I'm sorry? Because I don't want to get to be like a broken record now, and I don't want to get you all, like, he doesn't mean it no more. It's not genuine. But I want it to be genuine, so like help me out there.
I know it is. What do I say?
No, am I supposed to? Can I stop saying it, or I gotta keep saying it?
If you said it once, that should be enough.
Yeah, I don't know what the rule is. You hugged me once.
How many
and-
more times he says it?
But the story, because I keep bringing it up because it's a story.
No, I'm not saying you bring notes.
And
Hello,
it gets me
something big happened yesterday.
He's trying
That's big
to heal
news.
Wayne.
Oh God,
Wayne,
yeah.
he's
Exactly.
trying- he's
Out of all the
trying-
people
I
in the
know.
world,
Exactly.
who's
Hold on,
this
there
guy?
you
Way
go
he does
again.
it.
Well, I'm just trying to ask him how many times I gotta say I give you my condolences.
Only
That's
once.
all. See what I'm saying?
Only once.
Okay, that's the answer.
He keeps saying you just let him ramble.
Okay, he can ramble all he wants.
What do you
That's my
want?
He does that shit all the time
But
anyway.
he has to go through what he has to go through to get where he's got to go.
I
And
know.
this is
I
part
just
of
want to
that
know how many
process.
times I gotta offer my
As many-
condolences.
Once.
That's it. Perfect answer. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're my little Miss Manners etiquette book.
No.
Yes, because you just give me the answer.
We're
What
just
can-
trying to help so we can keep it going.
Yeah.
I'll give you my condolences.
And,
Are you going to keep telling me this? Shut up. Just shut up. Just shut your mouth.
Evil Ed.
No, it's no Evil Ed
Evil
anymore.
Ed.
I don't like that name. Don't start saying that
Just
stuff.
don't do that. You scare me.
God, it scares me too, like the killer clowns.
Just shut up. Just shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Damn.
You just shut
My
up.
sphincter
Damn
gets hard when you
evil
do that.
people.
You hear that voice? It's like that, son.
So many people
just
need
like
to
to know.
wake up.
Let me get a touch of me, fella. What are you doing later? Shut up. Maybe we'll hang out at the NJ.
He's not gonna mess them up.
All right, come on. Settle down, guys. We're talking about cannabis here. Now, the whole reason I brought up Grandma, because she died yesterday.
Yes.
And, what, you're not going to say you're sorry?
No.
All right, so
I'm sorry.
Grandma
Lefty.
died yesterday.
Hold on. She said she was
And-
sorry already. Ah, fuck it. I'm sorry.
And I
No,
hugged
good.
him.
And, no. I go to the elevator, and who do I see but Dana Ulrich, the mother of Lorelei.
Yes.
I haven't seen them in a year. I made a video for them a year ago, Face of Cannabis.
It's just like divine intervention.
And I just ran into these people.
Just, wow.
And I don't believe in coincidence. I never believed in coincidence in my life. And all of a sudden, this woman walks up out of the blue.
From Jersey.
That's fate.
I mean, from PA.
She's from PA.
it
She's not from Jersey.
And
Hours
always
away.
in
Yeah, it
New
is.
Jersey
You know.
Hospital. You get to see her.
Yes, I got to see Lorelei. She had 700 seizures. 700 seizures.
She's so pretty. I watch her on Facebook all the time.
So listen, as sad as I am about my grandmother dying, that girl with the 700 seizures, she gives me hope because
Seizures?
because she gives me hope
A little
because
7-year-old,
she
beautiful.
she was so happy and she was like
So
playing and she was like giggling and interacting with me,
enjoying life.
enjoying life like she should. But she's not able to get her medicine. She cannot get her cannabis because she lives in Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's not fair.
And if she gets cannabis, they're breaking the law, and DIFAS can get involved. And
They really need to start giving this out in hospitals. I mean, we have to start going to the hospitals and educating them. Why can't we get a lecture room and go in there and speak to these doctors and professionals and show them the proof? I mean, do you know a lot of them don't even keep up with the fact that it's legal in New Jersey? You know, I had called, when I got my license and my prescription, the first thing I did was call the police over to the house. I was like, come over to the house. When you're not busy, I want to show you something. They came over. I came outside. I showed them my bottle, showed them my card.
You
He
showed
looked
him
at
your
my
what?
card, my bottle, my prescription.
you
of
showed him your
marijuana.
medical cannabis
Oh,
bottle.
I
bottle.
showed
I
my
thought you said
medical
bottle.
cannabis bottle. He
I thought you
looked
said
at it.
bottle.
What did the police say when you showed them your medical cannabis?
He goes, "Oh my God, can I just smell it? I won't take it."
Really? The police said that?
Yeah. And I was like, "Yeah." So I showed him my card, and he looked at my card, and he was like, "Wow, are you the only one in New Jersey that has one of these?"
No, there's 3,000 of us.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, I
there's
think
like
there's about
36.
5,000 now.
5,000 of
Yeah, I
us.
heard we're made up to be up to like 5,000. I mean, I know I've got
5,000
it.
and growing.
Yeah, I've got about 7 people into the program just by referring doctors. There's people out there that have conditions. They want to get off their prescriptions. They're having severe side effects. Their prescriptions are causing other deadly diseases or side effects, and then they got to be put on more prescriptions. Have you noticed, people, that you've got like 7, 8 different prescriptions you're all doing now? The normal person and doctor can't even keep track of 3 different prescriptions, let alone 7 or 8. You know, you could take medical marijuana. They're going to take you off your painkillers, but you know what? They're doing you a favor. At first, I didn't think that they were doing me a favor. I was on Vicodins for 20 years. I was taking 10 milligrams 3 times a day. I felt like I needed that drug. I felt like I was in pain every day. I have 6 herniations. 3 times a day, I cried. I needed that medicine because I felt the pain. Well, guess what? When I went off the Vicodin and just started smoking the marijuana, I don't feel the pain anymore. Unless I bend over or re-aggravate it or hurt myself doing something stupid. But when I'm smoking pot, it actually makes me more conscious of what I'm doing, right? People call that the paranoid feeling. It's actually you're more in tune and you're not going to hurt yourself. You're going to think about what you're doing before you do it, because most of the time you're just walking around
I tell you what,
subconsciously.
cannabis is getting me past the events of the last 10 days with
10 days?
the death of my grandmother. What, you're not going to apologize?
Just give you my
I'm so
condolences.
sorry.
Hey, what are condolences?
This is gonna
Do
get
I have
old.
to give you like a sub or something with that? Like a
This is going
a
to get
food?
old. Actually, yeah,
Like, I
I
give you
should
like a
milk
food
this.
tray?
I should milk this. I should
We
milk
should
this.
take 'em
Yeah,
out
I'll
to
give you my
dinner.
condolences. And a tray of food.
there you go. I like
that?
that. What kind of food? What do you got? What are you talking?
Oh.
Meatballs, burrito balls.
You want burrito balls?
Burrito balls, yes.
Oh God, those I heard they're huge. They can feed
420
a family
menu?
of 6.
How many? 6?
You can feed a family of 6 off his burrito balls.
I want some burrito balls with sauce.
Oh boy, you want that special sauce?
With the
You want
gravy.
extra
You don't,
sauce.
you don't call it gravy. You call it sauce.
He calls it unneutered
Call
sauce.
it marinara. Hey.
I thought it was called unneutered sauce.
No, that's the jizz.
Yeah, just sauce.
What's wrong with you people?
Burrito balls was
What's wrong with you people?
a tantalating
Yeah, that's
All
how you
right,
do it.
I'm touching.
That's how they did it back in the old days.
mango
In the Bible
jizz
days.
sauce.
Truce. I call it truce.
I give you my condolences
No.
and the sheep.
The reason I brought this whole thing up is
Yeah.
because there are bigger problems to deal with than activists acting crazy.
Yes.
She said this to
Don't
me.
do it. Don't do it.
to me. Yeah, and
She
then
said this to me.
and then
She
going
said this to me.
public
You're a
with it.
Republican. You're a Democrat. I don't like you.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like gay people. Shut up.
I hate
Just shut your mouth. Just shut your mouth.
Ow. Look what you did. Look what you
Shut up.
Oh, it's
Yeah, really. Why bring cats into this?
We need to all get along. It's ridiculous already. We got people in the hospital with 700 seizures. A little girl with 700 seizures is in the hospital.
Yeah.
700 seizures.
Yeah, you know, and post-traumatic stress, you know, it's a real thing. These
And
soldiers
people
are
with
killing
PTSD.
themselves,
People have
man.
real problems. We don't want to hear the bickering between activists. We don't want to hear it anymore.
Over stupid
stuff.
You
I want-
interrupted me.
Who did? I did? You interrupted me.
No, you didn't interrupt me.
You interrupted me. I didn't interrupt you. You
do it.
interrupted me.
Don't
I
do it.
interrupted you. Shut up!
Shut up!
Just shut your mouth!
Shut your mouth.
Evil.
You're not listening. No, you are listening.
Okay, this
Everybody,
didn't-
shh. Shh. Everybody be quiet now.
Boys and girls.
We don't want to lose this.
We don't want to lose this, but we're mad because these girls are having seizures. 700 seizures a day, and we're going to be quiet about that? I can't be quiet about a girl having 700 seizures a day.
And
I
people
can't.
dying
Let them
from
pull me out of here. This girl, Lorelai, needs help, and
I
she
agree.
needs help. She's in Pennsylvania, Lorelai.
Little 7-year-old.
Little 7-year-old having horrible 700 seizures a day.
Crazy.
Oh,
So
okay. I
I'm
thought it was
screaming
my
from the
girlfriend.
mountaintops.
No,
We can
no, no.
scream it. Let them take me away in chains.
Go ahead.
Because
Scream your heads
little
off, she
girls
said.
should not suffer. Little girls should not
She
suffer
didn't realize what we were
ever.
screaming about. Yeah,
Ever.
all she heard was that Wayne's Barini balls were on sale at the deli.
But you
Well,
know,
they are.
man, they don't have children's hospitals where they're allowed to use medical marijuana, because if they did, I guarantee you they would have the doors full. But the only problem is they'd be curing these ailments, or at least treating them in a positive way. To whereas these children's hospitals now, I feel, are more of a facade, and they give parents, families, a false hope, or maybe just a little bit of leeway. And if you're one of the small percentage, you might take. Because my family, we were put in debt. My cousin was strung along, and then come to find out at the end of the day, because the doctors gave her the wrong medicine, the wrong medication in her IV, she died.
Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that.
And the same thing happened with my great-grandmother when she passed. They caused a heart attack because the physicians that are forever considered to be practicing, they will not be able to take that word out of their business.
Was that a misdiagnosis?
For my grandmother, or
For anyone?
oh, they just gave them the wrong
You know what I mean?
medicine. I don't know if it was the foul play. Just for my grandmother, we don't know. We don't know. They just gave her the wrong medicine.
Did
in
it
IV.
say so in
Like,
the
was it-
autopsy?
Yeah, and we got full proof, and it was.
Was anybody charged?
Oh, I was so young. My mom didn't tell me all the details, but I know there was definitely something done about it.
It's a shame.
There was definitely something done.
That's awful.
But yeah, like, and in these hospitals, like for my cousin, I mean, come on. This is a kid we're talking about here, a kid that should be able to go to the monkey bars and able to look out the window and not have to think, maybe they should know there's light at the end of the tunnel, because they should have every option open to them. And just like vaccines, you know, the parents and the children, it's their choice. But at the end of the day, their health is definitely their choice.
Oh, you know, if the parents could only just wake up and see. There's so many people. I ran into this woman at the market. Her name was Cindy. And her son, 14 years old, had a bone tumor in his leg. And I started talking to her, and I was asking her about if she knew about the cannabis oil, and that can help, you know, cure cancer. And she said, oh, no, I'm a nurse. I have doctors that are friends of mine, and he's starting radiation and chemo tomorrow. And I said, well, please. I said, could you just do some research, you know?
Try it.
Yeah, at least. Go on YouTube and go to, you know,
Read
Rick
people's
Run
testimony.
from the Cure. Just, or go to The Truth About Cancer or something. I said, stop. Don't give him sugar. You know what she told me? She said, well, he hasn't been eating. So
Appetite's number one with medical marijuana.
the hospital said to give him candy or
Nausea.
whatever he would eat.
Now that's causing tooth decay, not giving
Well,
him any
no,
nutrients.
what it's doing is it's
like,
feeding the cancer is what it is. This
Yeah,
little
all that
14-year-old
stuff's
boy
crap.
had cancer.
So we want to give him candy.
So,
that's not
yeah,
okay.
well, they give him glucose and
It's
his
one thing to give
IVs
him a
and stuff
treat.
like that,
It's
you
another
know?
thing to just feed him.
Well, make a long story short, I called up on April 2nd, happened to be Easter, happened to be his birthday, matter of fact. And the mother didn't want to speak about it. She said it was too late. The cancer had spread into his lungs. This is a 14-year-old boy. He happened to turn 15 on April 2nd.
What was his initial cancer diagnosis?
A bone tumor in his leg.
And now it's in his lungs.
It spread to his lungs. He died. He
Oh,
died
rest in
very
peace.
shortly after his birthday. He made it to 15.
Hi there, you look very nice. Well, I just know that when
There's too many stories like
if you don't have your health in this country, that's first and foremost. It might not be knocking on your door just yet. It might not have affected you immediately in your family or to you yourself, but if you don't have your health, what do you have? Because you don't have your own body, you can't treat yourself in a positive curing way rather than a pharmaceutical keep you coming back kind of way. We all can say that we've had someone around us or in our family or that we know or a Barbara Walters special or something with this opiate epidemic that we have on our hands. And we as pain patients, we are going to eventually be that person to have to go get prescriptions filled. But if we can take an alternative route to lessen that amount or to make the longevity of our health better, why would we not?
Because we're not allowed. Government doesn't want us
And
to get
this is
better.
a free country. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
I
you
don't
know
know what
what?
those letters mean
they're
to
all
y'all.
about maintaining your illness. They're all about controlling your illness. They're
There's
not
no money in a
about
cure.
No,
There's no money in a
no,
cure.
They're not going to get repeat customers if they cure people, will they?
I know. I'd want to refer someone to a doctor because they saved my life rather than, oh, girl, he saved my life, but it took 3 years. I lost my hair 5 times. That I can't gain weight.
You know,
I need a
got
liver
doctors,
transplant.
Since I cured my thyroid and got off all those medications, I got doctors don't even want to call me back.
Because you are not profitable to them. There's
Oh,
no
no,
money
not
in a
profitable
cure.
at all. I even had one of those doctors sent me a certified letter stating that I broke his policy.
Of what?
I
Smoking marijuana?
Yes.
Yes, I had a friend of mine affected
Yes.
that way recently.
Yes, I certified letter after he put me on 8 different deadly medications, and that's when my blood work was all messed up, and they said I was a walking heart attack. What a time to send somebody a certified letter.
Well, you know what I find? I find it's real funny because you
Joe
come around here
Hasman.
on Christmas time, I bet everything's really decorated nice and pretty. People are in the spirit, you know. It's probably cold out, maybe no snow, I hope. But at the end of the day, it's religious based no matter who you worship or whatever. It's about positivity. But if you're going to look at it that way, coming from the South where they always want to throw religion in, if you do believe that route, why would you think God, or whatever you call it,
God, go ahead, give it to me.
would put a plant on this earth that would do a couple of things? One, be industrial on the male side, and you can make, you know, all the positive fossil
It's gonna
fuels.
be an argument.
No argument, unfortunately. And then you have the female side, because what do females do? We reproduce. We make the world go round.
Amongst other things.
Wah, wah, wah.
We need help.
And that's what the marijuana plant does, because the mother, if you keep one plant, will forever keep producing more children, more medicine for you as a patient. And I think that we should be able to control our own medicine because, like I said before, if we don't have our health in this country, what do we really have, people, if we don't have our health? If somebody forced you to go to a specialist that you just didn't quite trust, because maybe his office looked a little shady, but yet you got to go there, would you really feel comfortable? Would you have much hope in your future?
A lot of profiteers out there.
Is that what I call it? A militia. I call it a militia.
The medical society is the biggest, largest corporation in America, isn't it?
And corporations are not people.
No.
Corporations are mobs of crazy gangsters that
Yes.
want to take your money and
Oh,
they want
so I
you
gotta-
not to wake up. Sorry.
No, not you. Dude,
Dude.
if you got something to say it on the microphone.
Yeah, what is wrong with you, William? Why do you keep doing this?
Tell me.
You're on the radio.
He had something great
I
to
forgot.
say.
Talk like
Stop.
this.
Talk.
I forgot.
Thank you for your service, sir.
No, wait. Give him 10 seconds. He needs 10 seconds. 10,
You love guys in
9,
uniform.
8,
7,
really.
6,
Especially when
5,
those lights are behind
4,
you.
3, 2,
Break out into a quick
1.
sweat.
Go, Bill.
I forgot what I was saying.
I gave you your 10 seconds to collect your thoughts. You had your 10 seconds.
I know, and in that
Hi
10
there.
second, in
How are you
that
guys
10
today?
second pause, it just
Tell your friends we
deteriorated.
need to support our veterans for PTSD to be a qualifying factor for the medical marijuana program. They're not supporting. They voted 13-0.
That's right.
That's the reason we can wear these cute clothes and sit out here in the sunshine, but when they need us for their health and their well-being, we can't stand up for them. We need a few more people to help us.
Suppose it was one of you.
Education is the most powerful thing in the world, but it's a little scary to those
Knowledge
people.
rules.
Oh yeah, there's 22 veterans a
Knowledge.
day committing
22
suicide.
a day.
Common
22
Yes.
a day.
But yeah, if they have a plant, legal medical marijuana, this can prevent
With some therapy.
suicide.
Suicide, alcoholism.
It helps with post-traumatic stress.
You
It
can get 'em
helps
off these
with muscle
chemical-altering
spasms and all
drugs.
kinds of different neurological problems.
All right, hold on a second. I have housekeeping to do. Why is there water bottles on the table with no caps? With no caps. You got water? Here, put a cap on that and it's fine. Just put a cap on that. You guys need to understand, this is like very sensitive gear. You're going to mess it up.
Okay, Daddy.
Electronic
I'm just
and
trying.
water are
I
not
have to keep
friends.
you. I have to keep you all in line.
They're not
Hold on.
friends,
I gotta
but
yell-
we're friends.
I gotta yell at you guys again.
You should come. Everybody, come on out.
I shouldn't be the one keeping you guys in line.
No
Shouldn't be
yelling.
me. No, I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to yell. I promise.
We don't want to.
You
I promise. Where's my? Here it is.
Do you want me to go medicate?
I think I need to medicate again. But I want to have a show here about medical marijuana and about PTSD and about these
I'll
little
hold
children.
it down if you want to go medicate.
I want you to. I want
can
you to
hold
talk
it
about what's
down.
going on. And
I got this.
you
We
know,
got
it's
this.
disgusting. It's disgusting.
We got this.
I mean, I know you're disgusted as I am. You're probably more disgusted.
Oh, you have no idea.
So talk about it.
wanna learn
I want to
about this
know
I'm gonna take a deep breath and I'm gonna migrate.
what drives you to do what you do.
I know it drives. I know it.
There's multiple reasons.
I know the
the
reason.
reasons.
I want to hear them.
Multiple. All
And
right.
I want you to be loud
Oh, she's loud.
because
I think that microphone's better than this one. Let me
them-
switch spots.
here.
I'll switch over there.
This is better. It's short.
Yeah, that's that's way
You
better.
want a short one?
All right. So why are you here, Mister? I don't know why this
Why am
dude's
I
here.
here?
Yeah.
Because I'm the king.
The king of what?
The king of BS.
I like it, but this is a no bullshitting zone, so.
Oh no, don't worry. Hey, it's fine. It's
They are
fine.
getting it out of me, and I'm trying my best.
I'm not trying to get it out of you.
He is. It's his fault. Anyway, so how long have you been medicating yourself?
Since I was a little boy.
Amen to that. You knew from early ages.
Yes.
And instead of it being a gateway drug, don't you think that it should be, instead of the 1930s movie Reefer Madness, 1930s, it shouldn't be educated that way. I feel like it should be like gun control, gun safety. I don't feel that like heroin and a marijuana plant are on the same level at all, but yet they're still classified and treated in a court of law the same way. They're both felonies, felony ones.
Yes, they are.
Heroin and marijuana. That is absolutely ridiculous. We are having people in this privatized system pumped in and out, and now they're not even actually having to go into jail because they got a loophole. They're just putting them on house arrest, so they're still making you pay your own bills somehow, be on house arrest because you chose your health over a pharmacy.
Sorry. No, don't look.
It's good to me. Yeah.
We're men. We're men.
Oh, I thought it was.
It's a manly thing. Don't worry.
At least it was
We
manly.
found her.
I was ready to go. They're looking
She
for
was
some
hiding.
girl.
She was hiding, but we found her. But anyway,
She's
sorry.
cute. She's so pretty.
Not as pretty as you, but she's alright.
Oh no, you hush your mouth.
That's good, though.
Yeah, right?
Hi.
So anyway, yeah.
So what we really need to do, though, is we need to talk about how the New Jersey medical marijuana program has been taking patients' money, all cash, for over almost going on 6
I
years.
didn't know you were a fellow card holder.
Of course, darling.
So then you know $1,000.
I know
month.
it's different for every doctor because there's no set standard, and every doctor can charge whatever they want. They can require you to come back as frequent or as minimal. They can also require you to only have a certain amount on your prescription that requires more office visits. They basically passed a bill with little to no information or structure, and the structure they did imply, I know as far as the budget goes, is they have to have a certain relationship with your doctor, which by the state of New Jersey
Why
is
you go like that?
classified because that's how
What
they.
kind of relationship do you have with your doctor?
Shh, don't ask me that because I do not like my doctor. I hate him.
How many you got?
Doctors?
That's what I really hate.
I
didn't
cut
even-
them out. Like 3 years ago, I got my favorite. I cut all those surgeons out. I cut everybody. I just keep my family doctor.
I have to have my general practitioner doctor. I have to have my heart doctor.
Oh no.
I have to have my back doctor.
Those are the worst.
And then, because of this program, none of them aren't good enough to tell me, that I could use marijuana. So I actually had to go to the NJMMP doctor.
The crook that, well, I call them. God,
my guy's
God bless them
My
for
guy's
doing
good.
it. It's our government here in New Jersey that has made it be a crook style system because they gave them little to nothing to work with. And as far as our dispensaries go, I'm gonna tell you guys something. I don't know if I've said this before. I say it all the time. A little quick math. You got $1 bill, right? At a dispensary. Dispensary makes $1 bill. Right off the bat, the feds get which way? This way. 40 cents. After that, the state of New Jersey is going to take 20 cents, right? So what are we up to, class?
60 cents?
And how many cents are in $1?
40, 100, or in $1.
So we're up to 60 cents. They said in the bill for the medical marijuana bill that you also have to hire 2 full-time nurses. Now, I don't know if the dispensaries are holding true to that because they're not open helping us. But there you go, your other rest of your money.
Hold on a second.
So how do you pay your
Are you for
overhead and how
real?
do you keep them open?
That's what those people are? They're nurses?
They're supposed to be, as far as the bill says, because it gave little to no instruction. And the one was you had to have a relationship with your doctor. The dispensaries had to have 2 nurses on staff at all times. And the feds will not recognize any medical benefit with marijuana because if they do, then they will lose the 40 cents on every dollar that they receive with any organization associated with the medical marijuana field, such as a dispensary, a caregiver, if you have a delivery service, anything just like...
I don't like when you break it down.
Well, when the cartels were in the 80s and, Escobar was doing his thing, that was a little more intense, but they put the RICO back there for a reason, but that wasn't for
That's
medical
what I'm
marijuana.
saying. You're making this like a total... This is like RICO.
That's how they treat it.
If you...
That's exactly
Wow.
how they treat it. Because like the laundromats took the money for the cocaine, they feel like the dispensary is considered taking the money for the illegal marijuana, and therefore that gives them 40 cents on every dollar as a federal government. How is that a free country, and how is that okay?
And the state gets 20 cents.
And the state gets 20 cents right off the top. Now that's before anybody can profit or the medicine can be up to par, because I've seen it myself. I've seen the dispensary, the books, the grow, and there's no way. And when they told me $550 an ounce, they looked at me at a board table, all the shareholders at this particular dispensary, and said, Jesse, there's no way that we can accept anything less than that just to stay above float.
Where did
And
you
that's
work?
after having, I'm not going to say,
In Jersey?
yep,
Okay, I know where.
yep.
I
And
actually knew one of the owners of that place.
all the lights were wrong. They were like kitchen lights, halogen kitchen lights. They let a complete stranger in everywhere, which I was very thankful and I loved it and it was great. But I could have contaminated the grow. But they just strictly knew nothing about growing. And these people who ever
know
hold
about growing,
these,
girl?
everything. Because
Who's
you know
these
why?
people?
See, I want to...
Who are these people?
The ones that have the ownership to the dispensary.
Through the government of the New
Right, they were
Jersey.
picked before this bill passed. They were already in the pot. There was no open call. There was actually something supposedly printed in the newspaper, but they were spoken for before they were even allowed. And they're allowed for years, taking our money, but last time I checked, a particular one cut their plants down early, and that's actually messing with someone's medication. They were trying to fill scripts halfway because they didn't have enough, and the quality was below a -4. And now that's taking a patient and saying, hey, we just want to take you for your money. We actually don't want to give you a quality of medication to take.
I want to go to your house.
You can. I got a pool. We barbecue. I'm from
I
the
don't care
South.
about that.
Oh, it's fun.
I want to see your garden.
Yeah, well, the door got kicked in and they took it. Yep, a patient that didn't want to do opiates on disability in a little house all by her lonesome with her little dog. All she wanted to do was treat herself holistically. She was a card holder. The state of New Jersey could not provide me with my medicine, so I either had to keep the pharmacy route going or I had to take my health into my own hands. And
What are you doing? Are you doing jury nullification? What's your
well, I
defense?
just had court today, and I've on my fourth judge, fifth prosecutor, and third attorney. I've never been in trouble. I have a clean, immaculate record. I've done nothing but work since 14 years old, and this is all the effects what I have wrong with me because of someone who is convicted now of felony assault and battery and did a plea deal and got 1 year probation and has nothing to worry about. His bones aren't deteriorating. But I want to take my health. At 28 I was, and I wanted to do something better because I know eventually I'm going to have to take that medication in that horrible store. But, you know, if I would have listened to them, they would have put a morphine pump in me at 28.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
It is.
Medical marijuana, my man, tell your people.
Have my people tell your people.
Tell all your people, tell your people. We'll potluck about it. We can play cards. We'll tell you everything that they've told you is a lie, and we'll show you firsthand.
It's sad.
We're all people of the community. We all pay taxes. We all are here today because of our veterans, and that's what we need support in. We need to support our veterans that say that are crying out for a different way, not to be an alcoholic and not to commit suicide, and we need to give them that option. And if we're God-fearing people, we need to realize it was made by someone higher than us for a bigger reason, and it's not a drug. It actually is medication. It's not a street drug. It's not heroin. It's not methamphetamines. It's not causing your kids to, you know, leave their babies at home alone. It's actually helping people that are sick.
Go figure.
And we want to just keep being sheeple and not listen and not have our own mind and just be the sheeple because our paycheck comes every 2 weeks or it might offend so-and-so. But I sit here today because I wanted a healthier way of life, and I defend my choice as my family doesn't even speak to me with veterans all in my family because I chose a healthier lifestyle. Makes no sense to me. I'm a logical thinking person. Well, at least we don't have like major sunshine, but I wish we did have a few more veterans that could have been here today, but they couldn't, so we're here for them. Hi, ladies, you look so nice. Oh, wait. I didn't see you over there. I'm so sorry. We don't neglect. We're the happiest people out here. Oh, girl. Nobody saw. Nobody saw. He's.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Ain't nothing better than to, you know, sit out here in front of the State House, telling people what they need to know, telling them, please do not teach your children that marijuana is a gateway drug, because that is what's causing all these kids, and not just high school anymore, and elementary and junior high, to do things that are just horrific. Pharmaceutical drugs and heroin. I mean, I can't even believe being the mother of that child and having to deal with something at such a young age, because at that point their brain chemistry has been altered for the rest of their life. And we support it because we think, oh, these things are prescribed by a doctor. That doctor knows what he's doing. Sometimes people, that doctor that always has to say that he's practicing doesn't have your interest or your health or your value, and he wants to keep you coming back to get those scripts that they get paid off of every month. Get that office visit copay. We need to look at long-term things that work for people and actually look at cures, not Band-Aids, but cures.
Amen to that.
Yeah. These Band-Aids are what are causing people and homes and families and lives to rip the Band-Aid off and have to full-on put a bandage on. There are no more Band-Aids. I've seen things and personally been affected, losing friends, just from uneducated boredom.
Sad.
Yeah, uneducated boredom. They think, oh, well, I did this, so this isn't going to kill me. No, they're not the same. Heroin and marijuana are not the same, and they should be educated as marijuana being medicine. Just like you shouldn't go in the medicine cabinet and eat 500 Tylenols, you should not use medical marijuana if it's not meant for you, you know? But at the end of the day, who's it really not meant for? Who doesn't have headaches, nausea? I mean, you know, the list just Rolodex. I mean, watch any, have you tried this pill yet? And then wait for the end of the commercial. Everything that it says might cause your brain to blow up. You might die. You might.
Did we have a breakthrough the other day where the government was moving the restriction and opening the door to research?
Yes, they actually, Mississippi State was allowed to increase their...
That's positive, right?
Well, they haven't officially said it was research, but scientists went and directly said to if a grow operation that's been funded by the federal government since the 70s at Mississippi State, they only had 177 plants, and the scientists said, hey, look, we We've got all these states that have passed it, and they're coming in with all these figures and stats and educating us. What about us? We have nothing to work with. So the federal government allowed Mississippi State's grow operation to increase from 177 plants to 3,400 plants. And that is because the scientists went to them kicking and screaming, saying, hey, man, we need something to counter this with, and we don't have nothing to counter it with to prove them wrong. What the problem is, they're not going to prove them wrong. You see children that go from having 700 to 900 seizures a day, and the government's answer is to feed them liquid Valium and Xanax. And they use cannabis oil, and they're not only cured from their seizures, but they're able to go from some children that can't speak are able to now function and speak and play on playgrounds and be a functioning citizen of society, rather than the vegetable or the tomato that the society wanted them to be on SSI and to continually fuel the Medicare, Medicaid system and make people think they're sick all the time.
It helps dot the dots in the mind.
Makes more sheeple. Makes more sheeple. And last time I checked, I'm a little bit of a
In order to
lion.
be able to function.
Stop dots in the mind. Okay,
Hi, guys. How are you?
if that's what you're gonna say. Stop dots in the mind. Okay.
Hey, if those dots are what's blocking my road, get them out.
I know earlier we were talking about I was talking about the possibility when I made a statement on a situation that you were discussing, and I asked about the possibility of misdiagnosis. And the only reason I had thrown that out there was because my father was misdiagnosed. See, my father was diagnosed as paranoia.
And how does that feel?
Paranoia, schizophrenia. It would have put fear in my mother. And my mother was trying to do the best she could raising 2 babies.
And those drugs are intense that they put people that are, you know, there's legitimate cases that have that paranoia, schizophrenia. It's a real thing. I have a friend with it. It's a real thing. And if you are given those drugs and do not have that disease, that is not okay, because they're pretty intense.
Oh, I agree wholeheartedly.
My grandmother was misdiagnosed. They told my mother it was old age and it's just Alzheimer's setting in. A new neurologist looks at her forms, and it was Parkinson's, misdiagnosed for 5 years.
And the medication changes because it's not following suit.
The medication changes because they're just using us as gerbils and test
Yeah, I know.
dummies.
I remember when they were playing with medication with my mother, trying to hope to get lucky and find a combination that would stop the seizures.
Because at what point are we not their test dummy? When are we going to get off that gerbil wheel and look at our health, look in the mirror? Everybody wants to be vegan, and everybody wants to eat raw diets and healthy this and that. And
everybody wants to
Michelle
squeeze 10 more
Obama
minutes
wants
out of
to
life.
push good lunches. Well, it's also got to start with these chemicals that they are pumping into people from birth. These kids, all these syndromes and all this and that. We need to teach people how to live a healthier mental lifestyle, to live a healthier physical lifestyle, so that they can have coping skills, which I think is something that they don't want people to have, because if you have coping skills, you're a logical thinker, and you think outside the box, and you're willing to question things, or at least hear other people out. You might be hard-headed like me, but, you know, it is what it is. We're born that way.
Then you're against the grain because they look at, we ain't going to be able to control you anymore.
Yeah, and last time I checked, it's not just dirty hippies. Look at all of us. There's a different shape, size, and form at sitting at this table. People walking by, nice gentleman by here to my left.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the guys across the street that are looking oh so dapper. Ooh. Yes, we love people.
And then
Oh,
those
and this crowd over
stoners
here.
over
Oh my
there.
God, stoner
Them
alert.
Stoners.
I mean, my goodness. There's a lot of different
Don't kill
shape
nobody,
sizes
you
over there too.
stoners. Be peaceful.
That's the beauty about this. People don't know
Aren't they
about
medicating?
marijuana. Marijuana smokers have what? I
Aren't
think
they
the
me-
best
aren't
etiquette.
they medicating?
Yeah, I should probably join them.
They're doing something over there.
You know, to medicate, it's not causing anybody a problem. You don't see riots in the street. You don't see people flopping around, acting all crazy. Nobody's having an alert. There's not been an ambulance called, I promise.
Not yet. Not yet.
So last time I checked, that's all the proof I need. We had a doctor out here, and God bless her for coming up. I'm glad she was at least just listening. But when I checked her and asked her, have you yourself worked with these individuals? She could only back her information with numbers and figures and stats and quotes. I said, have you ever went and worked with an individual personally to form your thoughts? Well, I'm a professional. Well, last time I
think
checked,
she was
because
an
you decided to
autopsy
get
doctor.
student loan grants and sit in that class a little bit longer, I'm the patient, and I can physically show you the effects. So if you want to read those papers and read those books and not open your mind, how is your practice, which you will forever be practicing, going to get any better? Last time I checked, people are still on their tricycle wheels that way.
This guy over here just chilling.
Yeah, you see your guy in the back. He's just relaxing.
You forget why you're here. He's over there.
We're here. He's here. Relaxed. A nice breeze came by when you said that.
You got my good friend Danny over here. I mean Brian. I'm sorry, Brian.
Oops. Oops.
I love him. No, that's a joke.
It's the medicine. It's the medicine.
No, it's not. That's the joke. That's the joke. But
He didn't get that joke.
no, he got it. Trust me.
You, buddy.
No, I didn't. Right, he's right across the street with Jim. And it looks like they're doing a drug deal. I see hands going in pockets.
No alert. There's no drug deal going on.
I know there isn't. That's just what it looks like. That's
We're
all.
just patients. There's no
Some of us are patients.
There's no negativity. Well, if you have the ailment, and just because the state of New Jersey does not have that qualifying factor on a piece of paper, as far as I'm concerned, if you go across whatever state line that says you do, it doesn't matter then either, because you're the one that should be able to diagnose yourself in a healthier manner. Pharmaceutical companies are the largest lobbyists in this country, but nobody has money in a cure. We need to start looking within our homes and see what family has not been affected by a debilitating illness, has not been affected by the opiate misuse, the heroin epidemic. This war on drugs is a failure, and we need to recognize that before we can improve on that. We need to teach people that it's not a gateway drug. We need to teach people that there's health and healing, and there's also industrial value for renewable energy. Oh, can we do that?
No, we're not. That's why I had to put it back.
Oh, is it like that, really?
Yeah, friggin' wimp. Got a wimp over here.
Oh, can I do it? I'm not a wimp.
Fuck it. This is America.
Stop.
Last time I checked, we were in a free country.
I'll take the
I mean, my grandfather did lay on a landmine
man,
in
don't
World
do
War
that.
II. Why? Are we not supposed to? Is it illegal?
As long as you keep it down.
Yeah.
As long as you ain't big about it.
Mine's a cigar.
Wow.
You know,
So-
I could. My legs wouldn't work right. It's too far. I shouldn't be judged.
Is that your big pocketbook?
And just my
little.
trusty dusty crown bag. It's my
Crown
traveling
Royale.
man. My pocketbook is like 3 people.
Oh, he's gonna cry. What a little girl. William, you got girly on me.
I love you, William.
Well, yeah, technically we're not supposed to. Whatever. But where are you going? Okay. I'll just play stupid. Huh? I didn't know. That'll work, right? That'll work if I play stupid.
What?
No, exactly. Don't worry.
No, just like I didn't know. Sorry, I'll move. Kill him with kindness.
So, it's a little after 2 o'clock. Fully Baked Radio. We're here, about to leave almost. Inside, they got the budgets, the budget hearing and all that crap going on.
I hope they hear us as far as considering how much money that has been donated to dispensaries that can't provide medication. I hope they hear that in the budget rooms. I hope you know how many millions of dollars pretty much have been burnt. I've never seen so much money burnt before in front of my eyes and not on fire, if that makes any sense.
It is crazy.
Especially with the foreclosure rate in the state of New Jersey and people going homeless left and right. And these people are the ones that are disabled or have lost a loved one and half of their income, or elderly, and the property taxes are absurd.
Pensions.
Pensions, my dad's a fallen officer. God bless you, Dad. Thank you for your work. But, the police officers aren't happy either. They say, you want us to protect, you want us to serve, be better people. Well, actually, it's bringing them closer, I feel, where I live in my one particular town. For me to say that, that's large. Because now that their pension has been affected, that's their money. And what better way to make a point unless you take somebody's money out of their pocket? That'll get their attention real quick.
That's how it works.
But the one thing is above money, which will always be the most powerful thing, unfortunately, in this free country we live in. We should have our health, and we should have the decision, if we ever were to get an unfortunate diagnosis or suffer from an ailment or need it for relaxation, insomnia, nausea, and the list goes on and on and on. We should have that option. We should not have that door closed. And last time I checked, like freedom of religion, we should have freedom of medication, and we shouldn't be forced into a pharmacy and forced into a chemical compound.
Wow, I love everything you're saying. Don't stop. That's beautiful. It's how it should be.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, instead, you know, the government wants to regulate how we deal with our ailments.
They want to regulate every facet of our life. I went to a music festival a couple weeks ago and had a tracking device on my bracelet and on my car RV pass. That's absurd.
Must have been an important
Live Nation,
event.
I hope you hear me.
Live Nation?
Live Nation.
Live
Hi, guys.
Nation.
How are you?
Oh, my.
I want to ask this guy how tall he is. Excuse me, sir.
He can't hear you.
Sir in the green shirt. Do you mind if I ask you how tall you are?
6'2".
6'7". I knew he was tall. It's awesome. I love it.
That's
You guys
pretty
have a
good.
great day. See, kindness goes a long way. Happy, hi, hello, and how are you?
Don't lie. You just like tall guys.
No, I want to know how tall he was.
Yeah, you like tall guys.
My brother is real tall. That's why I asked. Because I know it's a hard time to find jeans.
Hey, well, it's a hard time to find jeans if you're fat, too. Trust me.
Hey, that's why we all love sweats or t-shirt dresses or
Elastic.
big t-shirt. Who doesn't love a t-shirt? Who doesn't really? We all love t-shirts.
I got to get 6X.
We can make how many t-shirts out of how many industrial hemp plants that are good for the environment, do you think? Hi there, mister. Don't look down. You look so adorable today. You're welcome. Yes, that was for you, darling.
Oh, boy.
Hi, officer.
So,
How are you? Thank you for your service. My dad's a fallen officer, so appreciate you. Please tell your friends, I know you have veterans. We need PTSD to be a qualifying factor.
amen to that.
Kill them with kindness. Kindness goes a long way. Right, girl? I like your backpack. You're killing it. See, we're nice. We're not a bunch of drugged
we're not
out
nice.
people. Oh my God,
We're not
marijuana
nice.
is going to make
She's
your
nice.
communities terrible. And no, look at this. We're the people that are out here actually saying hello when people are suddenly in their smartphones every day and looking down and being passed by. The one that could need the hello, the one that might be having a bad day. You know, it goes a long way. Right, Mr. Flannel Shirt Dude that looks awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, with the
Hey,
glasses.
now.
See?
So did you go to NJ Weedman's joint yet?
No, but I saw it opening. I saw the pictures, but I haven't been. I'm actually like, and see, the nice officer just came inside. Now he's going to do his job. And we're just medicating ourselves. And he's loving us. That's the way it should be right there.
Stay calm.
Peaceful.
It's just a plant, people.
Everybody wants to say hello, hi, how are you? We're not scaring people. Ooh, undercover car. Hi there, mister. You look awfully nice with the beard.
So, we're about
So-
to, I don't know, is this thing still recording? Who knows?
Yeah,
It's-
we're right here. You want to do
it's
chicken
a
dance?
beautiful thing.
Funky chicken. Ooh, ooh.
I can't believe William
We
left.
have two nice ladies walking behind us. See, it's a beautiful day here in Trenton.
Yes, it
Hi,
is.
ladies. How are you?
Yes,
Your hair's
it is.
fabulous, girl. If you guys have any veterans in your family, please support us. We're trying to have PTSD as a qualifying factor. Good. Support. Education is power, girlfriend. Amen. And I got an amen. Woo.
It's not the Allman Brothers. It is? Sounds like Jeff Beck. Sure, why not? It's America.
That's why I love these guys. These are my people. Is everybody ready for our out song? This will be a beautiful song.
Oh, our out song, I like it.
It's our out song. This goes out to all my people that have to medicate, and these go to these dapper gentlemen walking down the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Please help support the veterans and all of us that need our medical compassionate care marijuana laws enforced in a better way. They're robbing us blind, and they're not giving us medicine. Terminal people. If you don't have your health in this country, what do you have? And on that note, I say this.
Yeah.
Oh, he told me to get an out song. Oh, I got in trouble for the music. Oops. I got in trouble. The principal's coming to give me his sheet.
You could be yelling at me.
You have music
Oh.
in there?
Oh, I went. Yes, you did. Holy.
All we need is a little soul shine. We gotta stop all this hate. We gotta stop telling people this is a plant that's gonna kill you. We gotta educate our youth that marijuana is medicine, and just like guns and alcohol should be treated appropriately, educated on, because that uneducated youth is our future. And they have a higher rapid drug rate than any, I think, youth stats we've gotten in a while.
That's a nice song.
It's a beautiful song.
All right,
Hi, we
let's
have a
get her
beautiful
some
lady.
headphones. We have a very special guest.
Ooh, girl.
Very, very special guest. I don't know how to say your last name. I know your first name is Karen, but your last name is Del what?
Del Signore.
Say it into the mic so we can hear you. Del Signore.
Del Signore.
Ah, Del Signore. Karen Del Signore.
Even though I'm Polish.
You're Polish. I'm Polish too, a little bit.
I'm Polish, Hungarian, you know.
Nice. Nice.
Thank you. Hi, Lefty.
Hi, it's great to meet you. Finally,
You too.
one of my Facebook friends that I've known for a while on Facebook. Wow.
Yeah. I finally trucked it down here.
Where are you coming from right now?
Middlesex.
Middlesex,
Borough.
New Jersey. Oh, Middlesex Borough.
Yes.
I went to school there.
Up by New. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did you really?
County College?
No, no.
Oh, no,
Middlesex Borough.
Middlesex Borough. I
By
bought weed
Plainfield.
there. I bought weed there.
Did
That's
you
where-
really?
Yeah. That's how I used to go buy weed there. Little eighths of regs with seeds. Yeah.
Good old Mexican dirt.
I can't hear you anymore. What happened? Oh, here.
Oh, I said, oh, good old Mexican dirt weed.
This is.
She has
I
a
love
nice
my
voice.
people.
That's why you need headphones.
I have a bad voice.
No, it's not. You
It's
sound great.
whiny.
I want. You should hear what I was doing before.
Cool. You said you're Polish and Hungarian?
Yes.
Hi, guys. You
Oh, I
look
love
beautiful
how you're-
today.
Piercings.
My player girl.
Very, very cool.
So you have a horrible story.
Oh my God.
A
Let's
you
hear
know,
it. I don't want to hear a horrible story, but you're a patient.
No, you want to be a patient.
I want to be a patient.
You need to be a patient.
Let's get you a patient.
I've been following coalition for medical marijuana before it was even passed. And I wanted to be a patient for many, many years. But I'm on pharmaceuticals. And they're killing me. 15 years.
I'm sorry to hear that, honey.
On morphine, fentanyl.
They
all
just
the
told me
wonderful
rather
stuff.
than prescribing Percocet 10 milligrams, I have to go with morphine or Oxycontin because Christy wants to regulate the amount of drugs on the street.
Nice.
And realistically, those are for my flower pot, and that would be my dog de Bordeaux with elbow and hip dysplasia, Mr. Christy.
Nice. Well, I had 6 back surgeries.
Six
And
back
I'm still-
surgeries.
And why can't you get a card? What's the problem? We can get you a card.
I'm trying now.
Well, the only thing is it's not affordable. That's for sure.
Well, that's going to kill me.
But
finance.
people make it happen, and it's unfortunate things that people have to go through just to be able to afford a
Oh,
card.
it's disgusting. It really is.
So let's say we get you qualified. Yes, but now, oh my God, where am I going to come up with the money to get the card? And then, oh shoot, a monkey. Where am I going to get my medicine?
Yeah.
Well, what kind of drugs are you on now?
Morphine.
Morphine?
2 different kinds of morphine.
Oh boy.
No, not lucky. And Xanaflex, which kills me. Muscle relaxer.
Oh, never mind.
Because
Here,
they can't
take
just give
this
you
one.
one. It has to be a couple of them.
Switch mics with you.
Ooh, I put my bag on the ground.
We got lucky. We had a little bit of clouds, a little bit
Am
of
I on?
shade, but the sun just popped out. It was intensely hot.
I thought it was going to rain.
I think it's later on, late afternoon, so I
I
was
have my
like,
top down.
You're fine.
That
Don't
was
mess
cool.
my real glasses
You
up.
pulled up with your top down. Well, not your top down, but
My
your top down
yes.
of your car.
Yes. My top was down.
You were topless.
Yes, I like driving topless.
How
Yeah.
far was the drive for you? Hey,
Hour.
honey.
About an hour.
Me too. Well, it's like 45 minutes to, that's about an hour in my book.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me the story now. Your doctor wants you to go to a facility to get you off your.
Well, I mentioned that I wanted to start medical marijuana.
Right.
That I wanted to try it because 15 years on the same dose of medication, it's killing me. It's not working. Takes the edge off a little bit, but I'm tired. I can't sleep. I'm so exhausted, and then it just sucks. I feel like shit. I'm not a depressed person. I'm a happy-go-lucky person, and I get in these funks that are horrible, and that's from the narcotics. So I told my doctor I want off. What could we do? He said, we can wean you off nicely and take it from there. When I mentioned the medical marijuana, he said, oh, I think you better go to a facility.
Because that means you're a drug addict immediately.
Yeah.
And
Are
now
you
that makes
serious?
him
I swear
that makes
to
him
God.
liable though. If he's prescribing you pills and anything happens, he can lose his license because that now, just because you said that, can make him be indicted because he knew beforehand if anything were to ever happen to you. So that's malpractice, and that makes his insurance rates go up, and now you're a liability. There you go, people.
But, I mean, he's been a great doctor so far,
It's not
but
their fault.
he's just not, he doesn't do medical marijuana.
It's not a return customer kind of
Right.
thing, you know?
Well, that's the thing. He's making he drives a Porsche.
His
you know.
dinero. I mean, they're legal
You
drug
know,
dealers.
He's got the Porsche. He's got the money.
Sad.
And he told me, he said, I'm strictly narcotics. That's it.
You said the bad word. You said the wrong word.
Wow.
Well-
and if you normally want narcotics and you say that word, then you can't get them.
And I told him, I said, I'm being completely honest with you. This is what I want to do. And he said he's not for it. He's not against it. So.
But I'm kicking you out anyway.
I tried to educate him. I brought some books in from Ken sent me some books, and he was like, I
Ken's
really
awesome.
don't want them.
You want to go smoke
So-
weed in front of his office, Wayne?
We know my vet. I said to my vet, because the guy looked kind of cool after I thought she ate a rabbit for the 4th time and wasn't going to make it. Thank God she didn't. I said, she's got elbow and hip dysplasia. You got long hair, and I see you have Vans. What do you think about this? I'm just going to tell you because it's my dog. I give my dog a nug every week, as long as I can afford it. And that's her medicine. And he said to me, Jesse, I'm not allowed legally to tell you anything that it has benefits for. But what I can tell you is that when I was in veterinarian school, out of everything that we tested, that had the lowest toxicology report out of everything that they tested.
Really?
Wow.
Yep, and this is another thing. You know how a dog eats grass, and they eat grass because they have upset stomach, and they eat it and they throw up? Anybody didn't know? That's what they do. Well, when my dog eats a nug, she doesn't eat it, and she inhales food. She doesn't taste it. But when she has a piece of weed in her mouth, she literally licks all the trichomes off in a funny manner. I got a video I can show you. And you could tell it's medicine because she'll foam at the mouth just a little bit on her lips, but she's licking it, trying to get the medicine
Can we
off.
see that again?
Oh, yeah, we're talking about a
Interesting.
140-pound mastiff that's like heads bigger than
Wow.
ours, girl. Yeah,
that's a big dog.
Flower pot, shout out. But it's just like you could tell. I look at my dog, and I can tell from raising dogs all my life, being from the South, that's medicine for her, and she knows.
It's America.
She hurts, and it helps.
Yeah.
And they're animals that haven't been influenced by these dictators of our society, professional lawmaking hoo-hoos.
I want to ask you a question. Before I do, can you fix her one headphone? It's not on.
Oh.
Just flip it over there. Just flip it over. Yeah, I'm watching it. I'm like, she probably can't hear us too well. And now
Just want
she's
two
like,
beautiful
oh.
women to touch each other.
Yeah, well.
That's wrong, Lefty. Jesus.
Could you
I
do-
am Polish.
Could you do that again? No, just kidding. Okay. When I walked up to you, well, you walked up to me.
Hello, ladies.
You drove
Good
up in your.
afternoon.
Hi.
I love that red dress.
That is pretty.
Yes, we're broadcasting live worldwide.
Stunning. Please tell your friends, because we know you got good friends in high places, that we need to support our veterans,
support
and we
the
need to get
vets.
this compassionate care bill. We need to get it on board, though. They're taking our money left and right, and we today cannot get any medication, and then we're one of the hardest states to get anyone qualified. So once you get on board because you're qualified because you're so broke down or half dead, then how do you come up with the money to get your card because there are no statutes?
You support it?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Please tell all your friends. Get
Thank
the ones
you.
that
Nice,
even
thank
question
you.
it.
Thank you.
God bless. Thank
Well,
y'all.
there's some
Thank you.
fine-looking
We
women,
appreciate
huh?
I mean, I don't know if they've
Yeah.
got clothes in there, if y'all
Yeah.
like shopping or what, but I would like to see if they do. I might like some of it.
Lord of mercy.
Ooh. They get it
Calm
from their
down.
mama.
Calm down. Calm down.
So you walked up to me and I offer you, of course, something,
Yeah.
and you said, "No, I got a pee test." I was like, "Oh no."
I got to get pee tested.
Oh no. And more with the pee testing. Really? Oh god.
They
Because
look-
you
How
know why, right?
invasive is that? When you're already broke down and now,
Yeah.
by the way, we need
Well,
you to
because-
we have children.
Yeah.
They got to make sure that she's taking the
Hey, guys.
drugs that they're
Yeah,
prescribing.
awful
And it's- and
drugs.
it's-
Because God
very
forbid.
expensive.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't have any, if you go there and you don't have any of the drugs that they have in your system,
They think you're selling it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes,
A friend of
I
mine
know.
went to a music festival, electrician, union, gets next to nothing. Like, I think it's like a Tylenol, heavy Tylenol. Of course, he was at a music festival with me. course, this doctor comes in and says, "We got a problem." He said, "What? What?" He's like, "You tested positive for marijuana."
Oh my God.
He said, "So, yeah, what's the problem?" And he says, "Oh, no, you can't do that. They'll take my license away.
No.
If I don't, that now the state has to submit your public or your personal information to the public authority to let them know if you're peeing in a cup properly on whatever basis and standards they set."
Yes.
Yes, they check me
That's
for
law.
everything.
Hey, when you take a pee test, are you allowed to like take a dump while you do it? Because that's what I would start doing. I would take it. I would. I would.
You gotta go.
I never
Phillips
asked.
milk of magnesia is a blessing.
I'll give you some ideas.
I'll tell you what, I have a really hard time peeing when I'm demanded to pee.
I know.
So it takes me hours sometimes.
freaking
to sit there.
humiliating.
It is humiliating.
Can we just say, what if that was a tracking RFDI chip? Let's just go there. If that was, because it really is, it's your urine, your DNA, and it's scanned in and can go to anyone. Would you be okay with that, or these people that maybe hear us be okay with that? Because it's just the same thing in a more roundabout, manipulated way.
Do they come to your house, or you have to go there?
No, I go to doctor to do it. Come to my house. No.
Some people
Really?
have them come to their house, and I want to video that.
Really?
If they Poe, N.A. Poe,
Uh-huh.
they came to his house. Goldstein, they came to his house.
Really?
I begged them. I'm like, you gotta let me
That's
film
federal.
this. Let me film this.
My buddy,
Yeah,
he
mine's
had
just
his,
a
well, it was just
regular
probation.
doctor.
It was probation, though. I take that back.
That's probation. Yeah, it's probation. Yours
But
is-
still,
Yeah, no,
yours
it's
is just a doctor.
Just a doctor, yeah.
But God forbid you come up with THC in your
Ooh.
urine.
I'm kicked out.
That's
They
what
take
they
you-
did
And what
to
if
me.
you were at the music festival not
That's what they
smoking, just
did to
next
me.
to a lot
Me
of people?
too. Me too.
They kick you out, yeah.
It's like, are you kidding me?
That's why I'd like to give a shout out to my doctor, because
Yep.
he supports this. He's one of the largest Crohn's people in South Jersey for Crohn's disease, and he is so on board, and he is so for this, and he's so against the man and what they're doing to him in his practice and telling him how to treat his patients. Like, at what point did they go to medical
I
school?
love standing. You're right.
True.
What is that?
It's a flag with an L.
With an L. I like that.
Hi there, how are you today?
Interesting.
He looks like a state senator.
That's the guy I punched before by accident.
Let's support the troops.
He was
Support the
walking
troops.
by and I, you know.
He was only an assemblyman.
Don't be like Jay Weber, that commie pinko who doesn't support the troops. So, your story is just
Yes.
it's typical.
15
It's
years.
typical of the BS that patients have.
How
to
long
go
have you
through.
been in Jersey?
Me, my whole life.
And you're moving, right?
No.
Oh no, you're staying. Okay.
I want to move because of
You keep-
this.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. But
Well, that's what they're doing. They're forcing people out.
Yeah,
I'm
something's
from
not.
the beautiful Perth Amboy, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yes, give a shout out to Perth Amboy.
So how would you feel since you're a native New Jerseyan? Like, here they are basically forcing you out of your homeland,
Yep.
where all you know
They
is
don't
no
care.
left-hand turns
They
and
don't
somebody
care.
else pumping your gas, girl, and they send you to a different state where you got to pump your gas.
I wrote it. Oh, I had to pump my
She's
gas
like,
in
"Oh my God,
Pennsylvania."
I knew it was
Oh
you.
my God! I pulled up to the gas
traumatic
station
for New
and nobody
Jerseyans.
came out. I was like, "Where?"
I had to
is
have a
every-
training lesson in Mississippi one day
Nobody
with some
came
work
out.
people.
Nobody came out to pump my gas.
So you're
Hi,
sitting
guys.
there.
How are you?
Oh my God! And then I pumped it, and I was like, "Yes!" And everybody was looking at me. I'm like, "I'm
I love her
sorry, it
dress.
was the
It's like
first
the long version
time."
of my shirt.
But I was proud of myself.
I'm afraid sometimes. I'm like a cop is gonna say,
Hi,
"Stop
guys."
that!" It says no pumping, no pumping
Yo, Johnny,
gas.
Jim's out of here.
Who's leaving, Jim?
So
Jim
I
Miller?
think
Oh, Jim,
gotta
you're
take-
going to
Jim, you have to give me a
Canada,
hug,
Jim.
'cause
we
I
gotta
never
give him the
met you
tent,
guys.
otherwise
Is
you're
it
taking
time to
it
go?
with
Look
you.
beautiful today.
Oh, he's got to go do a blood test. Okay. all
We're
right.
going to Canada, right, Jim? We won't see you for a couple of days.
Yeah,
right?
Jim. Say goodbye.
Our
to
celebrity,
Say
he's
goodbye to
leaving.
everybody. It's
Ah. So you are taking this.
you're
left.
going away.
Jamaica. Ooh,
Yeah.
I want to take you.
No, I can't.
You better tell
You
him.
can take it. I don't need a tent.
How about next week?
I have a tent.
I need a tent. It's about an hour. My dog just broke my canopy. Not even a year old.
All right, hold on. Let's get the. Since we're doing a radio show.
What up?
I'm listening. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, you know, somebody who finally made it down, that it's not a
Yes.
tough gig once you know
It's a
how to get
blessing.
here, how to park, where to go. You sit around with like-minded individuals, and not always preaching to the choir. You get people asking you questions. You have legislators walking by.
And all these
But
handsome
what do we do?
dudes.
We
Rick,
sit
the
around.
auditor across the street, was
It's
cool.
where we have our gathering and our topics of conversation. That's what makes this relevant. This podcast really relevant. You know.
Yes.
Basically, you ask yourself if you were an opponent of medical marijuana or would rather see it go away, would you want to see us here or would you want to not see us here? They'd want to not see us here. My simple policy is when people that want to get away want me to do something, I don't do it. And if they don't want me to do something, that's what I'm going to do. I mean, it just saves a decision.
on, yeah.
We're kind of a thorn.
That's a good thought.
Well, we want a seat at the table. We're not being.
We should be able
we're-
to change and not be a thorn.
We're
We should
not
be-
being. We're not being included. We have a lot of good points. We have
Oh, I
discussions
have to,
that
I
can't
have
be
to
had.
interrupt you.
But what we can't find is people to sit down and express those
Can't
points.
interrupt
as-
Wait,
Jim.
you're going to interrupt them, please.
Once Jim starts going,
No,
no, shut
stop.
up.
I remember that.
Just shut
I
up.
watched. I do
Anyway,
watch
I
the
gotta.
podcast.
I'm going to be taking the tent top down.
Oh, okay. Jim Miller is taking the tent, so.
I'm taking my tent and going home. I'm going to Canada tomorrow. I got to get a blood test before I
Oh.
go. Not to go to Canada, just I get one every couple of weeks, and I'll be going for 10 days, so I got to get one today, and they close earlier, and I might get.
You're going to
there.
get an STD test or
An STD.
No, I don't even have a reason for getting one. You know, I mean, it's not even in my
That's
mind.
good. I'm
yeah.
happy. I'm very happy
Yeah.
for you.
No,
Just
really,
asking.
if
I'm
everything
just
I read is
asking.
true, you know.
Well, I wanted to ask you about our table over there. Did
Oh,
Did
yeah,
Christy
well,
come out and take
no,
a
he's,
seat?
He's in
turns out
Iowa
he's in
today.
Iowa
Oh,
today.
is he?
But it doesn't matter. We're there with our table.
How come he's always everywhere else?
Running for president.
I talked to him on April 2nd,
he
the
announce
first
that?
day,
No.
and told him, we don't have a seat at your table, and this is why we do what we do. And I explained to him, we're starting again, just like last year, every Thursday until Thanksgiving. Can't we have a seat at your table? We might not even need to be here, which, of course, we would.
Well, I wrote a 5-page letter to
So,
him a few
yeah,
years ago.
so
I never
we-
heard
yeah.
anything back.
We bring that out. It didn't have the stuff set up on it. It was our table. It's here. When he gets here, it's normally at 10:45, 20 to 11. Our table, his place setting, glass water, microphone, headphones, chair.
Did you
my
bring the
side.
Dunkin' Donuts, though? That's the main
You know,
part.
he,
I
he
mean,
can come
you know.
in.
Saw that, huh?
He's never going to have a good time. He's always going to be busy. He's never not rushing by, and that would be our point we're going to make when he rushes
be.
by. You're always going to be busy, if not now.
When he's no
when?
longer governor.
But we are taxpayers.
Yeah.
I pay my taxes. Speak
And
to
his
me.
food bill's how
Talk to
much
me.
every time he
You
eats?
say that
100
like
and
it
something
means
thousand?
something.
Hey
I
guys
know.
across the street, you look
I
great
know.
in the sunshine.
Oh, my.
Well, it was nice meeting you finally, Jim.
Jim's
Well, he'll
great.
be here again, I hope.
Jim's great. Jim, just don't knock everything over. Wayne, can you give Jim a hand?
Oh, I did drive by the
Please.
joint, though.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
I guess
I
that's a
saw it.
wrap. I'll
Did you
see
see the joint?
I did see it. I waved as I went by.
It's really good. They have.
I didn't go in yet.
Let me go buy you a
Oh,
banana
the best.
can of smoothie.
I got a little slicer thingy for Ed, so.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Let's
That's
go over
right.
there. We're
Yeah, I
gonna go
wanna
over
go
there.
over there,
Yeah, let's
yeah.
go over there. You want to break it down and go over there? All right. Thanks for listening to Fully Baked Radio, sativacross.com. We're going over to the Weedman's Joint to for after party.
Yeah, for food.
The Weedman's Joint is one of the best Trenton places to go to for healthy food.
Interesting. And
Yeah.
I'm on a diet, so. But you had to mention cheesecake.
Grilled pineapple. No,
I
grilled
love-
pineapple.
Yeah.
Hi guys, you all look so nice today.
Yes.
I mean, a breath of fresh air. Summer is here. The igloo has melted.
She's so sweet.
Support the troops. Support
Yes,
the troops.
I'm sure we all have troops, no troops. We all watch television. You got to see the troops. PTSD's real, and all we're asking is for them to have a more holistic way to treat themselves to help them from their alcoholism and their suicide rates that's increasing daily.
Yes.
These veterans are coming home to a country that's not opening their arms, and it's causing them to be depressed at a rapid rate. We're losing lives for people that saved us to be able to walk around looking so cute in the sunshine.
Aren't there a lot of troops coming home, like today or for the July 4th or something I read?
I have not heard.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
I think about 112 units or something. That's what I'm not sure.
Hey
so.
guys, how are you?
Well, Karen, thanks for coming by. And
Thank you.
We're gonna go over to the Weedman's. Are you sure you're not going to be afraid to go to the Weedman's Joint?
You look very
Because
nice today.
There's a temple there, and inside the temple, you may get hotboxed.
Oh, that's okay.
It-
Sounds interesting.
You may fail your P test may
That's
be
okay.
in jeopardy.
She can't fully enjoy it because
That's
of
okay.
restrictions. So
I don't know. I don't
Stay in the
know.
restaurant.
I don't know about meeting the weed man and not smoking with him. I don't know.
Oh boy. Oh
That's
boy.
a big question mark.
That's just wrong. That you can't
That
choose
is
your
wrong.
own way to heal
That's
yourself.
wrong.
And if you don't have your health in this country, people, what do you have?
Exactly.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh.
We should definitely be able to have our health, and we
Well-
should not be forced pharmaceuticals.
Karen, I
down
hope
our
you
throats.
get your card.
Thank you.
I hope you get your card soon before they send
Soon.
you into this place.
Yes.
Really. Get your card from that one guy.
I will.
And then switch.
Try, yeah.
You get it as soon as you can. This way,
You're in that place, and they can't question you.
Yeah.
Because
I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to call when I get home today.
Yeah, I know people that got their cards quick, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll cost you, but
That's all right.
it won't cost what I did.
Yeah.
Mine cost. My doctor was a profiteer. She charged me $400 cash per visit.
Oh my goodness.
4 visits.
Wow.
$1,600 to get my medical marijuana card.
Well, I was hurt on the job, and my job should be paying for it, but.
Me too.
You know.
Mine was workers' comp.
I doubt it.
I dropped all my pills, my free pills. Free.
Yeah, mine are free,
Free
too.
OxyContin.
Yep.
I got rid of it
Yep.
to pay $538 an ounce for medical marijuana. I'd rather
$500
pay $538 an ounce than
Yeah.
take OxyContin.
No, I hear you, definitely.
It's crap.
It is. Makes
Crap.
you feel like crap.
Yeah.
And what's it doing to me? Am I going to die? Am I going to get cancer?
You're gonna have liver
What's going to
problems.
happen to me?
Yeah.
15 years is a long time.
Oh, really? I was on it for
15
10 years. Wow, 15.
8 of them were fentanyl, 125
Whoa.
micrograms.
Oh.
Yeah. Every 2 days, fentanyl patch.
Man, you
Yeah.
got to get your card.
Yep.
We're going to work on that.
We're gonna do it.
We're going to follow your progress,
We're
too.
gonna
We're
do
going
it.
to get.
I'm coming back.
Wayne,
I know
yes.
how to get here now.
Wayne, you hear that? We're going to get her card, man.
That's right.
She needs a card.
And I need more hugs from Wayne because he gives good hugs.
Isn't he? I told you, Wayne, didn't I tell you that? Wayne says, oh, I don't, girls don't like me. I said, oh, Wayne, you're cuddly. You're a cuddly
I don't know
bear.
what he's saying.
You're a
I don't know
cuddly.
what he's saying.
You're a cuddly bear.
Why do you got to touch my boobie?
Because you're a cuddly bear.
Oh my
See?
God.
You see, isn't he?
He's cuddly.
Thank God the nipple's not getting erect. I'd be scared.
Can I feel?
You can.
Ooh, interesting.
Hey, oh my
So-
God. Hey, let's go. Shut this thing
All right, let's
down.
go.
let's
Thanks,
go, let's
thanks
go.
for listening, guys.
Thank
We'll see you next. We'll see you Monday. Fully
That
Baked
didn't go with
Radio.
something else. Hey, see you later. Fully Baked Radio.
See ya. See ya.
Oh, thank you.
See ya.